G'day everyone, welcome to Xrissart. I'm Chrissy. Thanks for joining me for today's live stream. Let me have a look and see who's here. Oh, g'day Wendy, how you going? G'day Paulo. We're hanging out again, I see. Let me see. Oh, Jelena. G'day, sweetie. How you going? Oh, g'day, Brenda. Nice. G'day, Anne. How you going? Nice to see you. Oh, my goodness. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, g'day, Heidi. How you going? Nice to see you. G'day, Jan. Oh, my goodness. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, this is lovely. Well, okay. Well, as you can see, I haven't done too much as I should have. So apologies there, but I was sidetracked by Anne's from Fine Art Anne's lovely drawing creatures. So you'll have to excuse me, but I'm back on this and I have to finish it this weekend or by this weekend anyway. So, now what I've got here, no music. Okay. Hang on, I just want to make sure that all my settings are okay, so just one moment. Okay, maybe not. Okay, I just wanted to, yeah, okay, all right. All right, so let me just get myself a little bit organized here. Here we go. All right, so I've got my airship up here. Now you probably can't see it properly. Hang on. I've got to go further. Look. Ah, wow, look at all that. So then there's still a lot of detail to go. So heaps to go. But what I thought, I don't want to put you through doing that. But what I thought to do was to do the lady that I've got here. Here we go. And what I thought I might do is just do her chest area as well here. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure that everyone, let me see. Oh, g'day Shannon. Hello Shiny. How you going? Let me see. Wow, have I missed anything? Looks like I've missed heaps. Jelena says she can't join today working. I will watch all of this later. Oh, okay. Oh, yes, please do. I'll have to make sure that I can get a time where you guys can see over there in the UK, but I'm working on it. Paulo, also the same. I have lunch guests and then classes. Okay, so hopefully you're still around. Maybe just to even say hello. Brenda, let me see. Okay. Heidi says, good morning, just woke up. It'll be fun to watch Chrissy while I sip my morning coffee. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Heidi says, that last piece you did was the best yet, in my opinion. It was amazing. Oh, well, thank you so much, Heidi. I've got, I was inspired by Anne from Fine Art Anne, so she's got her Instagram page, so everyone, and I go over there and just have a look at this long list. And what I've done in the video, I've actually tagged Anne's Instagram, and you'll see there's a whole heap of ink drawings that she's already done, so you've got to go check that out. But yes, I'm actually going to do a few more of these animals, so I've been looking at the list, and I've got one or two in mind. I've got one especially in mind. So, and Paula says, hi there, I'm here cooking and watching you. Wonderful. What are you cooking, by the way? Is it breakfast? Let me see. And Brenda's, okay, let me see. Oh, and Jan mentioned, oh yes, Jan, but you did the gorgeous deer horse. Yes, that's right, because this one sort of just went, I just gave it the flick. I gave it the flick and I went ahead and did that. But I think you guys should go over and have a look at Anne's list and have a crack. You don't have to do ink. You can do in the medium of your choice, because, I mean, I would love to have done it in ink, but I'm just not good at it. Not that I'm not going to practice. Let me see. So, Lauren, nice to see you here. Lovely to see you here. Good evening, Chrissy. Lauren from Melbourne. G'day, g'day, g'day. Thanks for your email reply. Sorry I haven't replied. I am praying you can get to Melbourne and we can have a class together. You rock. Oh, thank you so much. That's nice of you to say that. Yes, well, I tell you what, Lauren, you can ask me as many questions as you like. Fire away, and you could actually watch me do this. Now, I've been gas bagging too long and I have to start doing some of my work. So, but here we go. The tools of choice. Okay. I have the normal things. I have been using PanPastels now consecutively for a very long time now, and I haven't touched my soft pastels too much, but that's okay. I think it's because that it's the technique that I've been using that I really like. Let me see. Oh, g'day, Robin. How you going? Nice to see you here. Nice to see you. Okay, here we go. So, what I might do as well is zoom in. Oh gosh, already I'm making a mess of myself. Okay. I'll just put this aside. Okay. Oh gosh. I'm hitting everything. I'm hitting lights, hitting cameras. Hang on. Here we go. All right. Right. I'm going to have to move my camera just a little bit because... excuse me just for a moment. Uh-oh. I'm going to do something bad. I feel it. Oh, let me see. Oh, hang on. Nearly there. Oh, here we go. That's all I wanted. Oh, it's moving. Hang on. There we go. There's more than one way to skin a cat. I'll have to move my painting. All right. So, and I've got my paper towel and my glassine paper and my mixing palette in case I need it, which will happen. So here we go. All right. Oh, glasses. Heidi says, are you recording? One step ahead of you. It's on. But thank you very much for that. I always need someone to tell me. Okay. Anne says, okay, back here again. You finally started. I was listening your last live stream with Wendy. Oh, okay. Fun and games. They're fun and games. She kicks my butt all the time. I mean, my butt is sore from Wendy kicking it. Let me see. Lauren says, oh, hang on, sorry. Jan says, I think we all do that. Stop on one piece and start on another. I will have to go to Anne's site. You won't even know where to start and where to finish. Okay, Lauren says, Chrissy, do you ever get to the point where you have put too much pan pastel down and now the colour pencils won't adhere to the paper? Okay, there is a time when that does happen. The paper of choice or the surface of choice is Pastelmat. You have no idea how many layers. I lose count of how many layers I put on. But, and it's a lot. I don't know, a dozen layers? Maybe more. So, but I do put light layers on and that makes a difference. And with the Pastelmat, for some reason, it just grips the pastel. So you'll see, you'll have a look how I do this. Let me see very quickly. Oh, g'day, Kimberly. How you going? Nice to see Coffee Cat. Oh my gosh, 2 weeks in a row. Good for you. That's fantastic. Nice to see you here. Oh, wow, that's great. Oh, Wendy says, Chrissy does the same thing to me. I'm just better at dodging them. Okay, Lauren says, does the Pastelmat eat the pencils though? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I wish I had a scratch bit of Pastelmat with me, but look, I'll show you here. Okay, well here I better hang on. I better put on my glasses so I can see. Brenda, hello again. Gotcha. Did I not say hello to you before? I'm sure I did. Okay, here we go. So because this is going to take a lot of layers, I'm going to start off with darks, with the darks first, and then build up. So the darkest I want this to be would probably, and I'm using raw umber shade. So let's have a go. Just want to make sure you can see this. Yes, you can. Okay, great. And as you see, now pan pastels aren't made for what I'm doing. They're not supposed to be dusty or anything like that. If you use the soft tools, right, which is, there's no dust, okay? And there's no dust, right? None at all, actually, none at all. But I'm a bit naughty and I'm using the brushes, and it will, as you can see, there is powder. But I'm prepared for that. I'm okay with that. And of course I use this bit of paper to mix with. Let me see. OMG, they are beautiful. Oh yes, Jan, you saw them. Yes, you did. Lovely. Kimberly says, I finally ordered some Pastelmat from a UK distributor. Looking forward to playing with that. Absolutely play with that. Anne says, Chrissy, I just love the deer of yours. I'm just planning the butterfly deer at the moment. Oh my gosh, maybe I should do that one too. Oh, I've just got a picture in my head of how that should look. Maybe I should do that one as well. Wendy says, the good thing about Pastelmat is that it grabs the pencil with the slightest touch. So essentially you should use less because you don't have to push as hard as regular paper. And that is correct. That is correct. But anyway, here, better get cracking. So I hope that you can see the Pastelmat, the color that I'm using is Xrissart. I don't think you can see that very well. Yeah, you can't see that very well, can you? Or how about, maybe you can see that? Not sure. Okay. Okay, so this is, for those who haven't seen this before, this image, this whole painting, it's a fantasy galaxy landscape and a cross between steampunk. There's a lot of steampunk themes in this. There's the airship, there's all these little mechanical things and going into another world in there. And of course I've got steampunk characters, so should make for a very interesting conversation, to say the least. I actually get told, oh funny, you know, the hors d'oeuvre, I actually showed a few of my work friends at work, and you know what they said to me? They go, Chrissy, I'd really like to know what's going on in that head of yours. And I said, I have no idea what's going on in that head of mine. So okay. Oh, Anne says, yes, I do. Okay. All right. I'm going to have a crack at that one too. But you know what? I actually really like the longhorn sheep and the leopard. I've already got it in my head how I want it to look. So I actually have to go hunting for references for that, but that's okay. There's lots to do that. Now, Lauren, I don't know if you can see, maybe I should just zoom in, and I just want you to get a really good look at what I'm doing. So just excuse for a moment while I zoom in if I can. Is that better? Will you be able to see that better? Maybe. Need more coffee, says Jan. I have pumpkin pie spice coffee creamer. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Be right back. Oh, g'day, Sarah. How you going? Nice to see you. Wow, this is wonderful. Look, I've got all my art friends all around. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, this is so much fun. And this is all very light. So if you were using, let me see, Zach, there's my nephew. He's come in. Nick, your brother, is asking, what is your head? What's in your head as well? Love, Zach and Nick. Oh, here we go. Now, for everyone, Zach is my nephew. And Nick is my brother, and this is a bit of banter between my brother and myself. He's always wondering what's going on in my head. Thanks, mate. Let me see. Hello, Shiny says, you tried to kill her. It's take her till 2021 to finish the first lot. Okay. All right, so it's nice when you get family in every now and again, isn't it? My gorgeous, good-looking... Okay, Zach, is your dad telling you to say all of these things? I'm sure he is. I know he is. I can hear his voice. I can hear... Oh, hang on a sec, and I've brought my iced tea as well, so excuse me just for a minute. I need to wet my whistle. Okay, let me see. Kimberly, what card deck? Let me see. Oh, card deck. Hang on. Did someone else say something before that? Card deck. Okay, hang on. Let me just go back further. Okay. Wendy says, you could make another card deck with animal mashups. On the plus side, you will already get a few done. Absolutely. That's a very good idea, actually. I've got to write that in my book as well. Okay, what card deck? Now, Kimberly, I've got to tell you, I'm in the middle of a project. Now, this project is a really big one, but what it does, it helps me finish artwork very quickly. So I have, if you get a chance, I've got a whole heap of videos, and it's called the Element Playing Card Deck. That is what I've called it, and the reason why I've called it Elements is because the 4 suits represent the four elements of the earth, which is water, air, fire, and earth. So some already may know. I know that a few do know that I'm in the middle of this, and I've just completed the Ace of Hearts. Now I'm in the middle of my aces. So once I finish that, I'll bring them in and I'll start showing you, but they're in my videos, and it's I've got a playlist, and where I've painted all the face cards, the kings, the queens, the jacks, and the aces, and hopefully sometime, I was planning to have it done by this year, but it's not happening. But hopefully next year, early next year, I'll have an illustrated playing card deck that you can play poker with or canasta with or something like that. So yeah, but if you have a look through some of my videos, it's under the Elements playlist, as I said before. So what I might do is I might tag that, and you can actually have a look. There's the Queen of Hearts, and they've all got personalities and characters and magical things happening, and yeah, it's quite interesting actually. And I suppose the reason why I started that project, as I said before, I wanted to, it was a few reasons. If I'm painting a great big artwork, I'm not going to charge $20 or $50 for it, not when I'm putting all of this time. I mean, I'm not a known artist, but there is some value in the time. Not anyway. So for something as big as this, if I have this already framed, it would cost, I don't know, I couldn't tell you, $1,000, maybe more. I don't know, depending on, there's lots of variables, framing and all of that. And I thought to myself, well, who's going to spend money like that on me, for me? No, it's not going to happen. Well, not now anyway. Probably when I'm dead, it might. My children will benefit from it, or my relatives will benefit from it, for sure. So I thought, what a good way to do to finish artwork and to sell my artwork, but $25 or $30 is pretty good for a, affordable for selling my artwork. So, oh, hang on, there's quite a bit going on here. Let me see. Yeah. G'day, Marion. Nice to see you here. Welcome. Lauren says, thanks for zooming in. I really wanted to see how you work the pastel dust into your pick with a brush and not get it all over the other areas. Yes. Another question though, how do you know what color pastel mat to use for a piece of artwork? For example, why are you using the color you are working on now? The reason why I'm working on this color now, and this is raw umber tint, is because I'm following my reference photo. My reference photo really, and I haven't got it here, and I should, next time I'll have it. But sorry. Another question, hang on, sorry, I just want to make sure I understood another question though, how do you know what color, pastel mat to use for a piece of artwork? For example, why are you using the color you are working on now? Sorry, I misunderstood what you said. The reason why, this is anthracite, the reason why I'm using that is because it helps me judge my values. I use the darker colors, for example, anthracite. I also use the blue, the dark blue, the dark green. The dark blue and the dark green, particularly for the portraits, because these are complementary colors to the skin tones and it helps me judge my values. So that's the reason why. And plus, when I use these colors, for some reason, it just makes things pop. Yeah, and that's another reason. Zach says, I'm still waiting for my Texas Hold'em deck of cards, says Zach. Don't worry, sweetie, you're going to get them. I promise you. Kimberly says, good question, of course. Lindy, bugger, I'm late. Hello, No, you're not late, Lindy. Just in time. Jan says, I have to take a look at them. Are they larger scale, the cards, or are they this big? No, they are A3 size, which is 30 by 40 centimeters, and I get the pads of 12, and it's easy. It's already cut, all ready to go. Okay. Jacqueline says, g'day, Jacqueline. Nice to see you. What have I missed? Just a lot of gas bagging. As you can see, look. Not much done. Been to the art shop, so missed the start. No worries, all good. Jan says, Lindy, I think it's an earlier time slot. Must be me, thanks. No, you know what's happened? Daylight saving has kicked in here in Australia, so I'm just trying to figure out a time, because I know that in Europe and in the US and in the UK, and I think you guys have daylight saving time. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And I think this is the month where this is all happening. So until that time, I'm just trying to get a time where people can your normal regular time where you see me. So okay, so here, there is a bit of dust, as you see, right? There is a bit of dust, but look what the Pastelmat does. It absorbs the pastel dust. And there is pastel dust on the pan. That's not supposed to happen really, but I'm doing this, okay? So, and they're all very light layers. And I'll just do the same on this side. Let me see. Yes, forgot about daylight savings. Wendy says, can you explain the amount of pressure you use with the brush and what happens if you put too much pressure on the brush? Okay, very good question, Wendy. Okay. How much? Okay, can you explain the amount of pressure? The amount of pressure that I'm putting on is just enough to pick up the pigment with this brush. This brush is now one of my go-tos. Eco Tools is what it is. It's a makeup brush. So, and then what happens when you put too much pressure on the brush? So when I put too much pressure, my pan gets powdery, and it doesn't really affect so much on the Pastelmat because the Pastelmat is quite a tough paper. It doesn't feel like it because when you touch it, it's smooth. You would expect a rough texture to to be a much heavier and more sturdier paper. But I think personally, Pastelmat beats, and I know that you guys are going to differ with me, but that's okay because we all work differently. But for me, this is like the number one thing. It is the best. Let me see. Chrissy, don't undermine yourself. I would pay for your artwork. Well, thank you very much for saying that. That's very nice of you to say that. Jan, oh yes, we have it. Oh, we have it here. Yes, Wendy, good question. I have seen that effect. Wendy says, so like a feather touch when putting it on the paper. Pretty much, really. Pretty much. And see, look, there was powder on the surface, but look what's happened here. It's actually absorbed it very easily. Helly Peterson, I haven't seen you here. Welcome. Nice to see you from Denmark. Oh, this is wonderful. Wonderful. Nice to see you. Have I said that too many times? Probably. I just get excited when new people come in the stream. That's all. Okay, so raw umber and raw umber extra dark, raw umber shade. Pretty sure? Yep. I should know by now, shouldn't I? Don't want to cover her face. There we go. So, yes. Wendy says, I'm so funny. Jeff, g'day, mate. How you going? Nice to see ya. See, Chrissy, you're well famous already. Okay, all right. Brenda, excited, Chrissy. Yes, I'm excited. Oh, dear, oh, dear. I know. It must be funny to watch on the other side, but I can't help it. I do get excited, don't I? I do get... Oh, and so now, can I just show you here? Now, you can't see it properly. I wish you could. But it is blotchy because these are like the first layers. This kind of like reminds me of if you've ever used powder blender and the amount of layers that you have to put on that until you get it to a point where it's actually nice and smooth. That's what it's like with this. That's that, yeah. Wendy says 25 points for Chrissy's excitement. Oh my gosh. Lauren says, you are a great Aussie ambassador. Absolutely, absolutely. Wendy, I was going to give her 100 points. Only 25 points, says Jan. Oh, wonderful. You people jest. Heidi says, I'm glad you're discussing the blotchy because that is that problem I'm running into. And I thought I was doing something wrong. No, Heidi, you're not doing anything wrong. It just means you haven't got enough layers. You haven't got enough layers, which is a good thing because then you can work, you can build slowly. That's what I find anyway. Where's my reference? Let me see. Okay, hang on, sorry. I lost my reference. I need it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, oh yes, definitely it gets blotchy. And it's like, and so this reminds, see with pastel, it's like working, say, with oils. You start off dark and you build up your highlight. So your very lightest highlight would be the very end. And Jacqueline says me too. Oh, hang on. Oh, Lauren, 1,000 points. We could auction her off. Oh, how funny. How funny is that? Oh, gosh. What a cack. Oh, sorry. What a cack. Oh, that's very Australian. It also means funny. Sorry. Yeah, I've got to remember. What a cack. Yeah. Or what a crack up. Or Brenda says, Lauren, we had a blast on Wendy and Chrissy's video giving points. I was in a hole. Oh yes, that was. Oh, if you ever get a chance, Lauren, and it's almost embarrassing, but you have to go to one of our streams, and it ended up turning into a want for a better word, a drunk stream, but we were talking about art mostly, okay? But it was like a guessing competition. So I don't want to offend people, so that's the only thing. Let me see. Jan says, layers upon layers is how we work with pastels. Absolutely. Peggy Henderson. Oh, get another person. Hello, Peggy. Nice to see you here. Chrissy's excitement is wonderful. I want to bottle her energy. Hi, everyone. Oh, gosh. Funny. Yeah, I know. I'm like that at work, actually, I've got to say. Because I've got a day job, by the way. Shame. But because I'm a receptionist there. I've got to tell you, I'm a receptionist there. And, of course, everyone knows the people, or our customers that call. I'm always happy to hear their voices. You know, I've always, it's always Chrissy, have a chat. And by the time I'm finished talking to them, they've forgotten why they've actually called. So, but anyway, yeah, but anyway, so, yeah, it's always Chrissy, have a chat. So let me see. Jacqueline says, what did you use to draw your picture on the black pastel mat? I always forget this one. I used white transfer paper. Starts with S. Oh gosh, I always forget it. I use a transfer paper. What I do is this image that you see, and I'll zoom out at the end. It's probably a handful of about, I don't know, half a dozen images. See, I have this image in my head, I have this idea in my head, and then I go hunting for references. Or sometimes I'll see a reference and it sparks off an idea. So I put it together. And I put it together, sometimes I put it together in Photoshop elements and sometimes I put it together in PowerPoint as well. So for people that don't have all of that, let me see, am I missing anything? Wendy says she's running on minimal sleep, so it gets even better when she gets delirious. Oh, thanks, Wendy. See, she's kicking my butt again. Yes, we need to bottle it up. We could sell it online and we could make our fortune. Oh, wonderful. How do you find time to work? Have 4 kids, art, you crazy woman. Oh, yes. There is always time for art. There is always time for art. Well, you see, I've got 4 grown children, okay? I've got a 17-year-old, like I mentioned to you. That's my youngest, and he thinks he knows everything, and I know nothing. I have no idea. And for all of those who have got teenage children, you know what I mean. I watched the stream, and I have to say, Wendy can knock back the drinks. Yes, she can. I was a bit more strategic, actually. So, Dean, another nephew. I've got family everywhere. G'day, Dean, mate. How you going? Nice to see ya. Wow, this is incredible. I've got family here. Coffee Cat. I second. Oh, hang on. Is there another question? Have I said? Did I miss something? How do you find? Oh, okay, wonderful. Jan. Oh, Saral. There we go. Jan said it. Saral. That's the transfer paper. Lauren, transfer. Have a look at that. Eckersley's have got it. and I'm sure there's Eckersley's in Melbourne. That's one of our local, one of our chain stores here in Australia, like your Michael's in the US or Hobby Lobby. I'm not quite sure in Europe what they've got there, because and I know in the UK they've got Jackson's and a few other places like that. I'm sure Jackson's would have it. Cece, g'day. How you going? Nice to see you. Wonderful. Heidi says, do you print it out first and trace, or use a projector for the image transfer? I print it out first, then I use the transfer paper. Lauren says, Chrissy, maybe you should just put your tools down and we can just ask questions, chat and laugh. Well, that's what happens, because I never finish what I say I'm going to finish. It always happens like that. Wendy said it first. What did you say, Wendy? What did you say? Oh, okay. Did you say something? Americans drink, Aussies sip. You mean guzzle? That's what you do, Wendy. Guzzle. Oh, do you know what that means? Is that a term that you guys use? You know? Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Express it. Have it at Officeworks. Jacqueline, we've got Hobby Lobby Craft too. Nick, everyone meet my brother. This is Nick, my brother. Everyone say hello to my brother. After all these years, it's still impossible to shut you up. Take a breath, woman. You're the best, sis. Oh my gosh, here we go. Well, okay, you know what? Put your feet up, mate, and listen up and learn something, okay? Nick is my little brother, by the way. When I say that, he's my little brother. I always call him my little brother. Renata, g'day. Nice to see you, sweetie. Love to see you here. Say quaff, says Kimberly. Oh my gosh. There you go. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh my God. Now, as you can see, very little has been done, but that's okay. It's all promising. We're building layers. That's what we're doing. We're building layers, and it does. Let me see. Have I missed something? Oh no, I have said hello to CC. I think yes, I have. I did. Yeah. I did say hello to you, didn't I, CC? Yes. Yeah. Quaffing sounds nicer than guzzling, says Kimberly. Yes. And says, you really should have, you really should have, for example, a Wendy here reading these comments to you. It's a very good idea, isn't it? Oh, hang on a sec, sorry. Okay. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is use this bit of paper here, because this is dark and I'm going to start building some layers. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix on my palette, and I just want to make sure, oh, hang on, you can't see that. I'm going to put the glassine paper there, that you might be able to see that. So look, see, there you go. Look, there is powder, as you can see. Right, but that's okay. Right, I've got some other colors. This is raw umber tint, and if I wanted to, and if I didn't have if I didn't have the shade that I wanted, I could mix it, and that's the idea. And sorry, here we go here. This is that group. This is the group, the raw umber group, and you could mix until you get the color that you want. In fact, I actually want this one. Let me see. Nick says, hello everyone. I'm loving everyone's comments and feedback. You guys are funny. Yes, stick around. You'll see. You'll learn a few things. I think you need the earpiece to hear the question. Even when I do read them to her, she looks and rereads them. There you go. Oh, Dean! Oh, look at you, Dean. Keep up the great work. Thank you. That's my first super chat. I don't even know what to say to that. I'm actually a bit taken aback from that. Thank you so much. That is so nice of you to do that. Now you're going to make me blush. Oh my gosh. That's nice. Thanks. Thank you so much. Let me see. Let me see. Even when, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. I'm just reading the comments, so I just don't want to miss anyone's. Old habits die hard, says Jan. Okay. I've got proper life drawing reference tonight. It's raining, so I've Naughty got Clover inside. Sheep is on back porch looking in, very jealous. Oh, hang on a sec. Let me see. Hang on. I've missed someone. Let me see. Oh, Gabor. Hello. How you going? G'day. Nice to see you. Sorry, I didn't see you come in. Oh, that's wonderful. Wow, it really is looking amazing, Chrissy. Love the machine in front of the mirror. Is the airship finished? Not quite. I'm actually going to put pastel pencil on that. So, when I do the film, you'll see it actually, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of details. To cut a long story short, there's a lot of details. This painting is going to take a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. But hopefully I want to finish it by the end of this week, or maybe in the weekend. So hopefully, yeah. Super chat is away. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So here we go. So, as you can see, look, and because Lauren, I think Heidi, maybe, I'm not quite sure. As you can see, look, it's still a bit blotchy. That's okay. That's fine. It will be blotchy for a while, and it'll all work out in the end. It'll all work out in the end. And oh no. Okay, let me see. Hang on. Okay, let me just go back. I don't want to miss anything. I'm just trying to make sure. Nope. Oh yeah, here we go. Jacqueline says, can you put frisket on top of pastel without taking off the pastel off? No, you know what? I wouldn't advise that, because it does adhere, and you will. I mean, I've never tried it, so I can't say 100% sure. But I would not do that, because actually, you know what? You're going to make me do an experiment, because you know what? You never say never, right? But what I'll do is, in my experience of what I've done here, I would not recommend it. That's what I would say to you right now. But that Xrissart, that transfer paper, I had put, you'll find, I didn't put it on this one, but on some of the other pieces, and you'll see, like in my last video with my Hordear, you will see my drawing, and then where I slowly peel off the transfer paper, and you can still see the drawing is unaffected. So as far as that is concerned, that will not, there'll be no problems with that. But as far as pastel, I'd be, maybe, I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah. So hopefully I've answered that question. That's rather long-winded, actually, isn't it? Let me see. Oh, hang on a sec. Oh, I'm going to sleep. Keep up the good work, people, and good night. Thanks, Dean. See you later, mate. Nice to see you. Thanks for the super chat. Cheeky bugger. Okay. Oh, Wicked. G'day. How you going? Nice to see you. Glad to catch you. That reply soon, Chrissy. So sorry. Oh, that's okay. No problem. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. What is frisket, says Helly. Oh gosh. Okay, Frisket is like a masking film. And when you apply masking film on your surface, it prevents, once you can outline your drawing, and once you've once you've outlined and you've cut the selected areas, you peel off and you work around, say for example, your background, or where you want the area not to be affected, that would make it look like a halo. I've got a lot of videos on that, actually. If you saw, oh, Paulo is back. Way to go, mate. Particularly in my last video, you'll see where I actually use the X-Acto knife and I cut around my drawing, and then I use my pastel over it, and I don't worry about where I'm going, keep in the lines, and that's what it's used for. And it's Xrissart, that's what it's called. The one that I use is Xrissart masking film. Yes. Let me see. All right. These streams make working much more these streams make working much more enjoyable. Thanks, Gabor. Brenda says 1,000 points. Here we go again. 1,000 points. That's pretty good, actually. Steve, mate, g'day. Nice to see you. You made it. Oh, that's fantastic. Wonderful. Yippee, made it. I can't afford Super Chat, but I do owe Chrissy a coffee. That'll do her. Yes, it will. More than enough. More than enough. Lauren says, Xrissart. I should be working while I'm doing this. Xrissart. Do it white transfer paper too. No, Xrissart is the transfer paper. Xrissart do white transfer paper too, Chrissy, says Lauren. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll have a look. Nick says, how come you weren't this entertaining when we were growing up? I can't believe I'm still here listening to you. Isn't he horrible? He's horrible to me. See, that's what happens with little brothers. If you've got siblings that do that to you, that's what they say. See? Does masking film work well? I've never heard of it. Oh, Jan, it is the best thing since sliced bread. Truly, truly. Have a look at my last video. You'll see how I used it. And I've got a little a pop-up card, and it's a link that takes you to the video where I show you a very small example of how to use it. Very simple, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to show you. Let me see. Okay. Heidi says, you thought the comments were funny before the things we'll pick up how with Steve Smith in the chat. There you go. See? They all know, little brother. Typical little bro. Elise. G'day, Elise. Nice to see you. Nice to see you here. Wonderful, wonderful. You know what? I haven't been getting much sleep, Elise. I'm bound to catch one of your streams again very shortly. But I do watch them. Jan says, I've used the film, not the fluid. Yes, the film is what I use here, not the fluid. Not the fluid. Do not recommend the fluid here. Steve says, no, I still feel like I still feel like a coyote done ate me and popped me off a high cliff. Other than that, I feel just peachy. But I do think but I do thank you for asking. Robin, have to say goodbye. Thanks, Chrissy, and see you all next time. Thanks so much. Thank you so much for popping by, Robin. See, look, I didn't do much art. I've been just gas bagging the whole time. Chrissy, you're not a very good example of a woman should be able to multitask and talk and paint at the same. Oh yes, okay. Back to business. Back to business. Wendy says, can you explain the difference between the fluid and film and best surface for both? Okay, I'll do that while I'm doing this, okay? Okay, the difference between the fluid, the difference between the fluid is that it is in a liquid form and it is used mainly for watercolor, gouache, those kind of mediums. The masking film is used for surfaces. It is a sheet and it's almost like contact paper, and then what you do is and it peels off. You apply it on your surface and it peels off. Now masking film is not only just for what I'm using it. People that use airbrush, that is something that airbrush artists use. Yes, for sure. I don't know if I answered that correctly, but I think it is. Marion says, Chrissy, I love your imagination. Have you had any formal training or workshops, etc.? No formal training, self-taught, and the love of art. I think that's what's made me do this, and I just keep on practicing. Lauren says, sorry Chrissy, I have to go now too. It's late in Melbourne. I'll watch this stream later tomorrow. Yes, it is. It's like, you know, bedtime for you, isn't it? For sure, and for me too, but that's okay. Who sleeps? No one. I don't sleep. Tomorrow, have a great night, everyone. Thanks for popping by. Thanks for popping by, and thanks for your questions. Keep on asking questions. Elise says, doing my Inktober while listening to you. Yeehaw. Sleep well. Okay. All right. Back to business. Yes, I know. I'm not a very good example of a woman because we do multitask. Oh my gosh. Find it very hard to concentrate on the chat and do art, but that's okay. I usually come good in the end. You actually do see that I do finish it eventually. All right. Okay, so now I want to use warm colors here. So I'm actually going to mix a few colors. This one is yellow ochre tint. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix these two colors because her top is more of a warm beige. So I'll just move that away. I'll move that away. Right. And I'm going to mix on here as well. Okay, Wendy. Chrissy stream. Where her viewers scold her on her stream, so entertaining. Oh yeah, it's a given. It's a given. Okay. Elise done. Oh, okay. Kimberly, do you finish the? Did you? I knew someone was going to ask me about that. Did you finish the chook? Can we have a look at him and his book club pal? You know what? I haven't finished it since that time, and I have to finish it because I recorded it, right? And I knew someone was going to ask me about that, and I should have had it close by so you could see that I haven't touched it. So I've got to be honest. I haven't touched it, but I will. Steve says, you crack me up. Oh, Chrissy, you crack me up. But just for you, I'll go ahead and say it so. You get it right. Pooped is same as saying crap. Sorry, I had to make sure I was reading the right word. Pooped is the same as saying crap. But I was trying to say it nice. Notice the difference, pooped and popped. Yes, I noticed. Thanks, Steve. You know, you guys make me laugh too. Oh, how funny. Helly says, I think it's a good idea if you came here to Denmark so you can teach me all the tricks on how I use Pastelmat. Oh, wow. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, that'd be lovely. Who listened to the latest Coloured Pencil podcast? I heard half so far. It's quite entertaining. It's called How to Stay a Beginner. Oh, okay, that's interesting. We could mentioning Xrissart paper. Anyone very unsatisfied with that graphite sheet? I don't know. It's like the papers I tested with, vellum and cold press. White on seemed fine. You know what, Wicked? I tell you what, on here, as you can see, it just goes back to the surface though, doesn't it? It does really go back to the surface. On Pastelmat, I haven't had that problem, but I know that it may not work on all surfaces. I do understand that. Yeah. See how look, it's going on blotchy. Can you see that? See how blotchy it is getting blotchy, but you can also do this on the other side with this and even it out if you like, but I'm not too fussed with it because this is there's gonna be a whole heap of layers that go on with this. Wow, Shiny, you're on a roll. I feel like I'm drowning in October. Yes, I know. When October hits, when we're in October. When Inktober hits, you can't think of anything else but. Nick says, looked at it as a first timer, sis. Remind me to get your autograph next time I see you. Good night, everyone. You're a star, sweetheart. Oh my gosh, that's very nice, darling. That's very nice. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So funny. All right, I'll remind you. Don't worry. Okay, here we go. And what'll happen, like this is so light, these layers are so light that I will still have so much more for pastel pencil. Now, this is the harder one that I'm using. There is also one, there is another one here, which probably will put on the pastel a little bit faster. Now, why didn't I think of that? There we go. Each one is for different things. Yeah. Oh, so now I've got a question for you guys, ladies and gents. Now, here's a question, and I had to write them down because I would have forgotten. So, for you artists out there, what is the easiest animal? What is the easiest animal for you to draw or paint? That is my question to you. Because I can tell you now, every animal for me is hard. Because, well, not that it's hard, but I have to concentrate a little bit more than I would with other subjects. Because there's fur and feathers and scales and wings and all sorts of things like that. So for me, that's just a little bit that's, yeah. So that's the question. What's the easy, and it's pretty good now that, because with Anne's creatures, actually that's quite an interesting question. What is the easiest animal? Okay. Let me see. How many layers can you get? Oh, sorry. Anne says, the big problem of Inktober is that People have lost the main meaning of it. It is not a competition, but just to find time to draw even something small every day. Absolutely. Even doodles and stuff like that. That's the whole thing. Even if it is just for 15 minutes or for half an hour. Absolutely, I agree. Jacqueline says, how many layers can you get on Pastelmat? Heaps and heaps and heaps. I don't know if you guys have been counting, but I've had heaps on here. And I can still see through the Pastelmat. You can see, look, you can still see it. There it is there. You can still see. There's just quite a lot. There we go. I've just gone over that. Okay. See, all of this here is all skin. So I just, okay. And I might get into a sleeve as well. Let me see. This part is her sleeve. I might get into that. But before I do that, because I don't want to lose my map, I just want to make sure where my darks are. These are the creases in her sleeve. I just want to make sure that I don't go over that. There we go. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me see. Drawing my black cat. Kimberly says, drawing my black cat with vine charcoal is super easy. Other than that, I don't attempt animals. Okay. Lindy says, I'm the opposite. I like to draw long-haired cars and digs. Well, digs or dogs? Digs. Renata says, oh, okay, did I miss something? No, okay. Anne says, oh no, hang on. Hello Shiny says, my spell drawing has lots of perspective, and I'm finding it looks like if I look at it lots with breaks in between, I can make small corrections when it's perfect. I'll ink it. It's gone. It's going to be epic, kind of like roasted. Anne says, maybe from memory, dog or bird or deer, horse, but from reference, it actually doesn't matter what animal it is. From memory, it comes to anatomy, if I remember everything. Oh, that's wonderful. And everyone is just a wonderful artist. You should go have a look at some of our animals. Honestly, it's like, you know, I'm gobsmacked every time I see her work. Just gorgeous, just beautiful. Jan says, I love doing a fox. Oh, wonderful, says Jan. Paulo says, I don't draw animals, not confident or interested in them. And it is because they are hard to draw. Absolutely. You have no idea. It is hard. Oh my gosh. You know what? You should see, there was one time I was drawing a deer and it started to look like a cow. And I have a live stream. This is all for everyone to see. And I don't know, remember was on Anne, not Anne, who was it? Wendy. Wendy was on that stream. Oh man, that was a field day. Her and Annette, they were going for it. Hammer and tongs. That's another Aussie term. I don't know if you guys say that. They were just going for it. It was actually quite funny. Lindy says dogs. Let me see. Elise says, okay, focusing on my piece, won't be able to talk. Sorry, guys. Oh, that's okay. Well, that's okay. You'll listen to my dulcet tones. I'll add that to my calendar, says Wendy says, sweet. Guess you need to start another list. March is right around the corner. Oh, yes, absolutely. Now I know what you mean. Heidi says, the thing I find is that you don't... Hang on, I've got to keep on going. Heidi says, the thing I find is that you don't know you have too many... Oh, okay. The thing I find is that you don't know you have too many layers until it's too late, and then you can no longer get the pencil to layer on top. That is a very good point. That is a very good point. And I suppose it comes with practice, and you just have to get to know how far you can go. I suppose, yes, that's a very good point. I like it. I actually like that point. Wendy says you can get it to take a hold. That's it. You could get your prompts printed in the early sketchbook planner. That would be so cool. That's what I think. I agree with Wendy. Anne, you could start a thing. It all comes from an idea. I'm telling you now, it all starts from an idea. I say, go for it. Nike. I say Nike. Hello, Shiny says, I don't draw horses. Shiny says, I like drawing little marsupials. Wonderful, wonderful. What was the drunk stream? Oh, okay. I might have to put a link to that one. That one was well worth it, I think. Wicked says, I'm so bad at attempting to draw my own thing while watching live streams. Drew 12 dots altogether so far. Well, look what I'm doing, Wicked. I'm lucky to even get anything done. All I'm doing is chatting. We'll get started already. Okay. All right. Will, as in Will, has he started his live stream? Did he? No wonder I was... Oh, okay. All right. I always try to work around him, because I know how you guys like to go over there. I like to go over there. Okay. All right. So, here we go. There's more going on here. But yes, that's the. I suppose that's the one thing that you've got to watch out for is the you know, by the time you put the pencils on, yeah. But I found, because I've actually gotten to know the paper so well, don't forget, I mean, I don't know how long you've been using the paper, Heidi, but I've been using it for 4 years, 4 years. A while. Yeah. My favorite, let me see. Should have started at 10, Chrissy. We know Will always starts early. Yes, he does. He always starts ahead of time. Always catches me out too. Steve says, Chrissy, my favorite animal to draw, usually start out drawing a dog and end up with a long head leaping unknown. So whatever I end up with is my favorite. Oh, there you go. Oh, so funny. You are so funny, Steve. What is yearly sketchbook planner? Oh, Wendy or someone, you might be able to answer that better than what I would. Tom, oh, there you go. Tom Bancroft created the sketchbook planner. It is a yearly calendar that has prompts every day, and he has the official mermaid prompts and Inktober prompts for those months, and then other prompts for the other months. Heidi says, I've only been drawing for a year. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So, well, if you, yeah, I think what's happened is that I've actually gotten to know this paper, and I've gotten to know this medium as well, and it's from practice, and I suppose that's what it's all about. Practice, more practice. Yeah. Yeah. And this part's her arm, so I won't go there. I just want to make sure that I'm in the screen. You can see me? Yeah, you can. So I'm just having a look at my reference again. Keeps on disappearing on me. Okay. Oh, I will take a look. Nanette! G'day, Nanette. How you going? Nice to see you. We were talking about you. Were your ears burning? Will said, hello, Chrissy, and sorry for overlapping. Oh, okay. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. Do you ever change the colors from your reference? Yes, I do many times. I don't necessarily do the colors that's in the reference. Only if I like it and if it goes well with the composition do I keep it. But here's an example. There was a gorilla that I did with PanPastel, and this was a collaboration with Wendy, Artista365, where about 5 of us artists, including Wendy, were line drawing a gorilla. And we all did our own, and I know I've mentioned it before, but we all did the line drawing, and then we decided to finish it, right? And I decided not to do the normal traditional colors of what the gorilla should be, and I used purple, which is probably one of my favorite colors, actually, now that I say it. Hildy! G'day, Hildy! Nice to see you. Oh, my goodness. Oh, this is wonderful. Thanks for popping by. Olivia. G'day, Olivia. How you going? Hello from Ireland. Yes. Will said hello. I'm switching back and forth on channels. Oh, my gosh. Musical challenge. Musical channels. Oh, my gosh. I can't even talk. Heidi says, I thought that white paper would make the colours brighter and the darks would have a darker underlayer effect on the colours. Am I wrong? To be honest, I rarely use white. I would only use white if I was doing a colour pencil piece for Pastelmat. I always use the dark colours. In fact, you'll see me use the dark colours mostly. I would say 9 times out of 10. Let me see. Nanette says, I was sleeping, no ear burning. Here we go. She's wicked, this woman. She's wicked. Jan says, do you ever answer the question? Oh, did you ever answer the question I asked about the buttons? What colours are you going to use to make them look so metallic like you did with the airships? Oh, sorry, I missed that question, Jan. The buttons. I won't use a metallic colour. I'll probably use highlights and stuff like that to make it look metallic. I beg your pardon. I'm so sorry for not answering that question. Nanette says, bracing the Hurricane Michael here today. Oh my gosh. Is that near you, Nanette? Oh my gosh. Do you have to evacuate? Oh, wow, that's bad. Oh gosh. You guys have been having it so rough over there. Seriously. Can you get white Pastelmat? Yes. Yes, Shannon, you can. Yes, you can. You can buy a whole pad of it. And sheets and boards. I don't know. No, boards? I don't know about boards. Brenda says, BRB will came on. Did I say something? Did I miss something? Kimberly, yikes, I hadn't heard about the latest hurricane. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Nanette, not to worry, I'm not that close to the hurricane. We will just get a lot of wind and rain. Okay. All right. Stay safe. Stay safe. Wow. See, look how blotchy this is for those watching. But it will smooth out. I promise. I'm going from place to place. Hang on, let me just get that sleeve. Okay, Helly says, here in Denmark, it is so hard to find PanPastel and Pastelmat. The stores where I can buy my art supplies, they don't know what PanPastel or Pastelmat is. Oh my goodness, we're going to have to educate them. Oh my, let me see where you can get, I think Jackson's is where you can get them. Jackson's would not be very far from you, Helly. But, oh, what about, PanPastel is made by Clairefontaine. They're French. You can buy it direct from there, but I suppose they distribute to art suppliers. I can put, if you don't mind having some sent from Australia, I get mine from Soft Pastels Australia. They are a distributor here for PanPastel. They would sell it to you. They sell national and international. So, yeah. Okay, Heidi says, I saw your video with the gold foil. You could put some gold foil on the buttons to make them metallic. Oh, that would be interesting. Now, there's an idea. Never thought of that. Shannon says, I think I might try gold leaf Inktober. I have it, but never used it. Oh my gosh, you can't breathe when you apply it. You can't have an air conditioner on. You can't have anything like that on when you use it. I promise you, you cannot. It is so light, it will just blow away. Let me see. Even here I have a Blick store near me, but they don't know what Pastelmat is. I still have to order it online. Wow. Wicked says, if in Europe you can find even cheaper Pastelmat, price plus shipping on Amazon UK. Alternatively, Jackson's, yes. Yeah, I'm in NC and we are expecting lots of rain again. We had Florence and now Michael. Wish they would just frizzle out. And yes, Wendy was telling me about it as well. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, can you guys get a bit of a rest from all of that? Okay. Okay, I have another question for you. Are you ready? Okay, here's a question, I've had to write it down because I'll forget it. If someone gave you $5,000, now wait for it. If someone gave you $5,000, what art supplies would you buy? Now, the mind boggles. $5,000 to buy art supplies. Oh, could be easels. It could be, oh my gosh. Nanette says, Renata says, they have an internet site. Yep. Yes, Clairefontaine do. I think that's what you mean. Okay, Anne says, now we have one store in Finland that sells those papers. Wonderful. Wendy says, I love me some good storms. Yes, she loves them. You love them, Wendy. Jan, yes, Nanette, Hobby Lobby looks at me like I have 3 heads when I ask for Pastelmat. Well, you know what? You should actually look at them as if they've got three heads and say, what, don't you know? You're an art store. You should know. That's what you should say. Okay. Let me see. Kimberly, Asia is being cruelty battered as well. Plus Haiti just had an earthquake. Oh gosh, what's happening to this world? Oh. I noticed Steve said something. What did you say? I missed what you said, Steve. Crap. Nanette, you folks have my prayers. Please be safe, and if they evacuate, please do. I pray. Hope you don't have to. Yeah. Yes, Nanette. Yeah. Okay. Olivia says, here we go. Questions are coming in. Oh, sorry, the answers. Lindy says, Holbein coloured pencils, and I would travel taking art shops. Ooh. Daniel Smith, watercolours and draw mix paint oils. Renata says, and a good easel, the full range of schminky watercolours and pastels. Oh my gosh. I would love all of that. Oh, hang on. I've got some of that stuff. Beautiful. I haven't got all of that, though. Olivia says, I'd buy the best pastels on the market. I only have Faber-Castell and Mungio. Now, is it Mungio or Mungio? Mungio. Oh, I can never say that right. Helly says, my husband contacted a company here in Denmark who contacted a company in Canada who then sent the big set of PanPastel home to us. Oh my gosh, I don't understand. How hard is it? Wow. Oh, Mungio. I love it. Okay. Coffee Cat says, I would buy a new computer and a bigger desk and many screens to do digital art. It's so easy to spend that kind of money for digital art. Yes, just like that, it's gone, isn't it? Absolutely. Art cruise, says Wendy. Oh my, I would stock up on Pastelmat and pastel pencils and PanPastels. Oh, and I'd find a better way to light my work area. Yes. Now, that is a very good one. I'll tell you now, I have spent heaps of money, or rather my husband has spent heaps of money on lights. Lights. 5,500 lumens. I have got three up on the ceiling. I have got light boxes on either side of me and a light ring looking down. If you could only see, hang on a sec, I just dropped, hang on a sec. If you could only see how many lights and how things look in here, it almost looks like a cockpit in an aeroplane. There's just so much going on here. Let me see. Mungio, says Shannon. I'd hire someone to blow the chalk dust off my drawings. Oh, would you now? Says Nan. She's wicked. She really is wicked, this woman. Full set of Caran d'Ache luminance pencils, complete set up for airbrushing, paints and all, full set of Unison and PanPastels and so many other things. Oh gosh, I know. We always want more, don't we? But yes, that sounds wonderful. Okay. I need a computer. And Wendy says, I love my lights. I finally got... Oh, yes, Wendy's got some fabulous lights. Very nice lights. And we've all seen photos of that. Nanette says, like an art cabana boy. I knew that's where you were going, Nanette. I knew that's where you were going. Just scam good light bulbs from Woolworths, says... Oh, yeah. No, but they've got to be 5,500 lumens, Shannon. That light setup explains why your video quality is amazing. Oh, you have no idea. You know what? Lights, sound. That is one of my main things. Anne says, I threw that question... Oh, can you see me? Is my stream okay? Oh, I think my stream went funny. Did my stream go funny? No. Oh, okay. That's all right. No, I saw something flash on my screen, so I wasn't sure. Okay. Anne says, I threw that question to Will too. We'll see what he will answer. Oh, this will be interesting. What would he buy? Oh, I like that. I would love to know what he says. Would Kimberly says, would he be young and shirtless? See, I knew you girls are wicked, that's for sure. What happened? She is off. See, oh yeah, back again, gone, back again. Oh, you're back? Yes. Oh, okay. Okay. Hildy says, I would buy very expensive ink in nice bottles. Oh, that's nice. They are so inspiring, even though I only use them for decoration. Yeah, that's like me. Okay. All right. Steve. Oh, Jack. Nanette says, oh, and he'd bring me an umbrella drinks. Oh, look at that. See, look, I knew this is where it was going. So funny. Steve says, I'm pretty confident that you'd buy barrels of wine to go with your art. Very good. But we said art. But yes, I've already, well, I went to Victoria about a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago, and I did buy barrels of wine. I went to Victoria and I tried out some of their wonderful wine over there. Went to some cellar doors in the vineyards. The stream is fine. Okay, back again, jumping. Oh, okay. I use Derwent pastel pencils too, but they are so soft. It's hard to make fine details. Derwent pastel pencils? Yeah, they're a bit scratchy. Maybe you got a batch that are soft. You're one of the lucky ones, because the ones that I've experienced with are a bit scratchier. Well, that's all right for you then. Anne says, Unison Pastels, Copic markers at least, for sure. Oh my gosh, you could go on forever with this list, couldn't you? So, what is considered the best pastels out there? Good question. Great, I can stay. Way to go, Paulo. Wonderful. Can't draw without wine. Kimberly says he could paint your toenails while you work on your canvas. Oh, look, that is so funny. So funny. Okay, hang on. I need to go back. There was something there. So, what is considered the best pastels out there? Now, artists would probably, it all depends how the artists work. But can I tell you a handful of the ones which I love the most? PanPastels, goes without saying. I love Sennelier. I also love Schminky. Oh, they're beautiful. I also love... let me see. Some people might say Rembrandt, but I'm not. They're nice. They're nice. Unison, Sennelier, PanPastels, Schminky, and I know that there's one other one which I really like. And they are all artist quality pastels. They are top notch. Any one of those would suit, and it all depends on the artist and how they work. Someone will say Faber-Castell. Someone would say, I don't know, Mungyo. And of course there are soft and hard pastels. There's those. Holbein are brilliant for, they're considered a soft pastel, but they're a hard of the soft. So they are, that would be my list. Okay. Olivia says, my Derwents are hard pencils. Yes, they are hard. That's what we're trying to say. Oh, they're hard. They're scratchy. I only use them, and I do use them. I use them for the colour, not for certain colours. That's what I use them for. Not one of my favourites, but I do use them. They're always around. Okay. Steve says, adjust your focus, please. A wee bit blurry. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It could be the connection too, Steve, because I think I can see what I'm looking like, and I think that's okay. It could be the connection, mate. Wendy says, I find Derwent pastel pencils hard and scratchy. Prefer Carbothellos, Pits, and Giocondas. Well, there you go. I see. Look, I even forgot about those. Not blurry here, says Hildy. Terry Ludwig's. I want to get those. I've heard so much about them. My pastel store, my Soft Pastels Australia now stocks them, so I'm actually going to be buying them. Definite. How long have I been streaming? As you can see, I didn't get very far. Lindy says, Steve, the Syrah lines seem fine, but the areas she is doing pastels seem a bit blurry. How about if I just come out a bit? And that you'll get to see most of what's going on. Hang on, let me just move it just slightly. Excuse me, just for a moment. Here we go. There we go. So, here we go. Is that better? Is that better? I just wanted you to... Is that worse or... Anyway. Okay. All right. There you go. Paulo says, I would buy pigments. That's right, because you're the chemist. I like pigments too. I've got some pigments as well. Okay. Now I actually made a mistake here. So, and I'm using a kneaded eraser. And that works really well. Okay. Not much is happening here. Let me see. This is part of her arm here, and I'll also do her sleeve here. Okay, Lost Will's video crying. Is he crying? Is he really crying? The area is a little blurry on what she's working, but I think it's just that she needs to add more layers. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're right. When my husband comes home, I have to tell him that I need to use his money so I can buy some new pastel pencils. Yeah, that's a good trick. I like that one. One on YouTube, your phone. Okay. All right. Now, I've got one more question for you folks. Do you paint, here's something. Do you paint things that aren't living? For example, buildings, cars, things like that. And the reason why I ask that is because I see a lot of artists, including myself, things that are living. For example, landscape, trees, plants, animals, people. So do you draw? So is this something that you're attracted to? Do you draw those sorts of things? Oh yes, I could stock up on a kneaded eraser. Absolutely. I have lifted so much with this. You have no idea. I have lifted so much. So, oh, there it goes. The one thing I think about my kneaded erasers last forever. Not really, but quite a while. Yes, they do, and that is right. Yeah, I mean, graphite I reckon would ruin one. Are we attracted to dead things? Is that what you're asking? Okay, all right. You make me laugh, Nanette. Oh my gosh. Things that don't breathe. Oh no, hang on. That could be dead too. Hang on. Oh gosh. How do I word this? See, I'm not as quick-witted as you guys. Oh, hang on. I need a drink here. You guys. I like storybook style. I draw landscape houses. Like architectural type things. That's the kind of thing I'm thinking of. And even like still lifes and stuff like that. That would be something. But then still life you'd put like an apple. But I'm thinking things that aren't, you know what I mean. I do mostly landscapes in pastels. I do portraits in graphite and charcoal, but I want to try them in coloured pencil and pastel pencils. Shannon says, I've not found a use for a kneaded eraser yet. For me, they seem like an unneeded erasers. Very funny. I like living things. I rarely draw stuff without a face, says Shannon. Inanimate objects. Thank you, Marion. Thank you. That's the word. Yes. I mean, try say that 5 times. I'm not even going to say that 5 times. I won't be able to say it. Chrissy, I pretty much draw paint things I would put on my wall. I suppose I should expand to non-living things, but it doesn't hold my interest. Okay. Because I like to work with organic shapes and try to paint loosely, I like natural subjects. Still life objects are more challenging, yes. Thinking, Lindy. Yep, no, got that. Thinking you want to ask if we draw inanimate objects. Yes, thank you. Oh, gosh. Me and words don't go. Brenda says, love flowers, trying animals, started in pencils. There you go. Mark Crilly got me started again. There you go. I like Mark Crilly. Yeah, I like his style. I like the way he talks. Yeah, he's something else. Coffee Cat says, I would love to be better at drawing landscapes and cityscapes, so I try to draw them in my comic. But it's difficult for me. Look. And that's the thing, isn't it? I'm very interested in how people think and how they choose their subjects, and yeah, I mean, it's just interesting. Yeah, it's just interesting. Heidi says, I've been trying to draw all different kinds of things to see what I prefer. I really like animals though, and very detailed pictures. Yes, I understand. Yeah. Can you see what I'm doing? I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Okay, hang on a sec. Just hang on a sec. I want to see. I just want to make sure you can see this. Yes, there you go. My reference photo keeps on moving on me. Sorry. I'm just getting my reference right. Okay. My gosh, I can't believe it. Will I use a pastel pencil on this? No, there's no way. I can tell you that, no way. Well, at least we got a sleeve down. At least we know where the sleeve is. Or maybe not. Mark Crilly has a sexy voice, just saying. He's got this very gentle type voice, hasn't he? Yes. I've watched him a few times. Do you think he's single? No, he's married to a Japanese lady. He lived in Japan for quite a long time. And I think that's where his manga drawings came out. I think this is from memory. I'm just trying to remember from memory. Shannon says, I've got addicted to YouTube watching Mark Crilly, and he always comments on my Twitter photos, and I hardly ever even post there. How nice is that? Isn't he lovely? Yes, he is lovely, isn't he? Okay, this bit is darker. This is a shadow, so this looks like nothing. But I promise it's going to look good in the end. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Yes, he's married. He's been married for ages. Yeah, I think it's a Japanese lady. Yeah. Yeah. I love living in Japan, which is a nice country. That's nice, Wendy, because you've mentioned it a few times. Jan, yes, he does manga. Yeah. Yes. Oh, yes, he's one of those artists that have been around for a very long time. All right. Okay, nothing's happened much here. Is there any questions that you got? Oh, here we go. Oh, let me see. Did I miss Steve's comment? Oh, yes, I did. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Heidi. Yeah, come to think about it, more challenging to paint living things. Most times they don't like it. And I have a fight them just to try and put them paint on them. Hang on. No, I'm not reading this right. Come to think about it, more challenging to paint living things. Most times they don't like it, and I have a fight. And I have to fight them just to try and put paint on them. I dread the day I try a lion. Oh my gosh. Sorry, Steve, I missed your comment, but I came in. Thanks. Thanks, Heidi, for that. Has anyone seen? Has anyone else seen Shibasaki-san's watercolor videos? I love him, even though I've given up watercolor. I have to write this down. Oh my gosh, no, I don't know this. Oh, I'm writing this one down because I love watercolor too. I'm not good at it. What is it? There he is. Shibakasi, there it is. All right. I'm going to have a look at that because I'm always after interesting things to watch. Have you tried Inktense Block? Yes, I have. And I like them. I like them a lot. But I have to get used to them. That's my problem. And that's like with any medium, you get to know how it works. All right. That looks like nothing. You poor guys having to watch through all of that. I know it doesn't make sense now, but it will. Okay. I love me some Inktense. Was intimidated by them, but once I did my butterfly project, yes, I fell in love with them. Yes, if that's right, and if you all, hopefully you've seen Wendy's butterfly. If you go over to her channel, she's actually got that in one of her videos. You should flick over and have a look. And if you guys haven't subscribed to her, you should subscribe. She's teaching us so many things all the time. Teaches me a whole heap. Okay, I'm just going to finish this glove off, and then I might call it a stream. Might even have to flick over to Willstream and say g'day as well. Oh, that would be. Let me see. Iris, g'day! how you going? Nice to see you. Hey, Chrissy, and all of you lovely people in the chat, just stopping by to say hello and leave a like. Stupid work is very busy. Oh, that's all right, sweetie. Thank you for popping by. Thank you for thinking of us. Brenda, just celebrated my 1 year anniversary of drawing on the 1st October, and I'm thrilled to have met you all. And Chrissy is amazing. Oh, thank you, Jan. Thank you very much. That's nice of you. I'm now in love with Inktense blocks, but it wasn't love at first sight yet. It does take a while. You got to get used to it. You got to get the hang of it, I think, to be honest. It's not easy. Okay. Okay, Nanette just bought some, arrived today. Looking forward to, having a go. Yes, you'll love them. Oh, they're beautiful and bright. Love the colours. Yeah. All right. I might, yeah, you can't see that's where her glove is. She's got, okay. This is her glove here. And I think what has to happen with this is that I have to go slow. This is going to be very challenging, this. I always pick hard things to do, I think. That's what I do. I pick hard things to do. Yes. There we go. All right. Okay, let me see. What have we got so far? Not very far, I can tell you that. Let me zoom right out. Okay, hang on, am I missing something? White hair isn't that bad. I should know. I've got my first one at 16. Oh, really, Wendy? Wow. Okay. Nanette's going? Is who's going? Nanette. Oh, Nanette's going. Oh, Nanette, I have to go to the gym. Have a great day, everyone. Oh, thanks for popping by, Nanette. Thanks for popping by. Oh, yes, that's right. It's your Zumba. That's it. Zumba class. Yeah, take it easy. Hopefully, stay safe, please. Okay. Folks, this is what it sort of looks like for the time being. Hang on. I don't want to knock the camera. So look, there it goes. This is just shows you how big this is going to be. And there's more on this side. So it's, hang on. As you can see, I've got lots to do. Lots to do. There we go. All right, so what I might do is I might wrap it up for today, but I just wanted to say thank you all for popping by. I love hanging out with you guys. I talk and talk and talk and don't do any art, so I'm so sorry about that. I'm going to try to do more art next time and maybe not so much chatter, you know, have a chat, Chrissy. But anyway, look, just wanted to say thank you all for coming. I might even go over to Will's channel and say good day there. So, but anyway, look, bye for now.